Hey guys, Art13131 here, and we are starting week 8 for goodness sake. Okay, week 8. So as you can see, we're headed toward the end of the term, and I want to emphasize again that anything back here in the first weeks up till the middle and beyond, possibly 6 and 7, up to week 6 and 7, you should have all that to me already, or close to it. Not 7. Not 7, I'm sorry. That's jumping the gun a little too much there. At least week 8, okay? I mean, week 6. So week 6 stuff and everything prior should be in my hands so I can critique it, send it back for improvements, suggestions, and all kind of craziness to get a better grade. So, let me turn down the Santana there a little. Anyway, week 8, number 14 is a 3/4 view portrait. This is the last portrait we'll be doing in this course. But it's a pretty good overview of doing portraits, and nonetheless. We did the profile, we did the full face, now we're doing the 3/4 view. I'll show you what that means and what it looks like. Which is meaning not this one. That's a full face. Every time you put something in on Google or Bing, it will show you a bunch of stuff. So, regardless of what you really wanted. But all the ones that are slightly twisted to the side are looking at you or looking away from you from the side is a 3/4 view here. So that's what these are. The nose is sort of twisted to the side. One eye is sort of looking over the bridge of the nose at you, and the other one's in full view. So then that means that this eye over here, that's closest to you, is going to be more visible all the way around. The other one, the inside of it at least, is semi-hid by the bridge of the nose. And then you got the cheek area over here as the outline of the face, and it's part of the chin. And then all this facial area here to be in the actual drawing with a big jawline going up to the ear. Okay. Again, if you look at a template for 3/4 view, it's kind of an egg shape again. You know, yeah, maybe you started with this circle and you added this part on, but you know, you could even forego that and just do sort of an egg shape on its tilted slightly, right? And it sort of look like an egg shape tilted slightly. And you can adjust it, but to get yourself going with the photograph you're looking at, that's where you want to go. You want to map out the head shape before you put the details on. Then start putting the details in. But 3/4 view, instead of having a line down the middle and eye line and mouth nose line going across, you're going to have it slightly rounded out from the side, whatever side you're looking from, the left or the right, twisted one way or the other. Take a line down the middle that's off to the side here. That's going to govern where the nose bridge is, and then you put an eye area here, which typically is about halfway or just above halfway, because they put the line right above the eyes right there. So where the eyes are, that's about halfway from the top of the cranium to the bottom of the chin. That's where you want those eyes. Okay, and then the nose bridge follows that line to the tip, goes a little over that line. Then you have your mouth, the middle of the mouth on this side, governed by that line. This is all going to be in a video I'm going to show, so don't worry about that. Then you start putting in the details. After you got some facial features, shape of the head, facial features, where the ear is going to go. Ears right basically at the top of the eye area, and the bottom of it is about where the bottom of the nose is. Maybe a little below that, depending on whose ears you were talking about, because they do vary, but they're certainly not way up here or way down here. Okay. Then you start putting in more details, and then finishing up with a lot of shading to give it this shape. Without this, and you just did that, you wouldn't have all this shading. You wouldn't have a lot of shape because of that. This is telling you that the head is roundish. It's got a rounded surface to it. This is darker over here and darker here and lighter here. Our brains pick that up because that's how we perceive things from the beginning, through lights and darks that tell us the shape of something. We learn to recognize that, believe it or not, without touching it. You can look at this face from across the room and know that it's rounded, not just in shape here, but rounded across the front of the face. Yeah, you have the nose and the eyes and kind of perforations or things sticking out and sunken in slightly, but overall, the shape of the head is rounded. And so you have lights and darks on the back sides and around curves of other facial features, including the lips. Lips are not one tone. They have lights and darks in them, just like shown here. You want to be aware of that. You want to look for all those things in the model you're using. Don't make a face up. In fact, take a photo, because I'm going to want to see it, what you were working from, okay? Take a photo of, if it's you or someone else, in a 3/4 view portrait position, and be ready to send that to me. Unless you're really good at out of the gate shading all this and all that, then fine. But otherwise, I'm probably going to want to see what you were working from, so I can tell where the lights and darks were to help you a little bit more, and the proportions if they're way off, and the placement of the eyes, nose, mouth, and ears. Wherever those are, if they're off, I will want to see what you're working from. Like, does that face really look like that? I want to know. I want to see. So to be able to help you. So don't make a face up out of imagination, all right? Work from a real model or a photograph of a real model, and be able to show me what you were working from. Okay. All right, so watch the video on 3/4 view portrait, and we'll go from there. And that'll be it for this beginning of the week. All right, and then we'll talk with you a little later in the week about the rest of the assignments for this week. Thank you.